The Boy Who Puts His Trust in God. A low stimulation storytelling brought to you by OhMyDearChild. Once upon a time in the bustling city of Baghdad during the Abbasid period, there lived a young Muslim boy named Hamza. Hamza was a curious and kind-hearted boy, always eager to learn and help others. He lived with his loving parents in a small, cozy house near the grand bazaars and towering minarets. One sunny morning, Hamza woke up to the sound of birds chirping outside his window. He stretched his arms and smiled, excited for a new day. He quickly got dressed and made his way to the kitchen where his mother was preparing a traditional breakfast. "Good morning, Mama," Hamza greeted cheerfully. "Good morning, my dear Hamza," his mother replied, her face lighting up with a warm smile. "Today we have flatbreads, dates, and honey for breakfast." Hamza's eyes sparkled with delight. He loved the sweet taste of honey and the chewy dates. He sat down and began to eat, savoring each bite. As they ate, Hamza's father, a hard-working merchant, entered the kitchen. He looked tired but greeted them with a smile. They greeted each other with salams. "How was the market yesterday, Baba?" Hamza asked, curious about his father's day. "It was busy, my son," his father replied. "There are so many people coming to buy and sell goods, but alhamdulillah, we managed to earn enough to keep our family comfortable." Hamza admired his father's dedication and hard work. He knew how much effort his father put into providing for their family. After breakfast, Hamza decided to help his father at the market. He loved watching the hustle and bustle of the bazaars, with merchants calling out their wares and customers haggling for the best prices. However, as the day went on, Hamza noticed that his father seemed unusually tired and was coughing frequently. Concerned, Hamza approached his father. "Baba, are you feeling all right?" he asked. His father gave a weak smile. "I'm just a bit tired, Hamza. Don't worry about me." But Hamza couldn't help but worry. Later that evening, his father's condition worsened, and he had to rest early. Hamza's mother tended to him, trying to make him comfortable. The next morning, Hamza's mother spoke to him with a serious expression. "Hamza, your father is very ill. We need to get some herbal medicine from your grandmother. She lives in the village outside the city. Can you go and fetch it for us?" Hamza nodded, determined to help his father. "Of course, Mama, I will go right away." His mother packed him some food and water for the journey, and Hamza set off early in the morning. He walked through the bustling streets of Baghdad, passing by merchants setting up their stalls and children playing in the alleys. As he left the city, the sounds of Baghdad faded, and he found himself walking along a dusty road surrounded by fields and palm trees. The journey to his grandmother's house was long, but Hamza was determined. He kept thinking about his father and how much he wanted to help him get better. After several hours of walking, Hamza finally reached his grandmother's house. She welcomed him with open arms and quickly prepared the herbal medicine. "Thank you, grandmother," Hamza said gratefully. "I need to hurry back to give this to Baba." His grandmother smiled and handed him a small pouch of herbs. "Take care, Hamza. May Allah guide you and keep you safe." With the medicine safely in his hands, Hamza began his journey back home, feeling hopeful that his father would soon recover. Little did he know, the journey back would bring unexpected challenges and valuable lessons. Hamza felt a sense of relief as he began his journey back home with the herbal medicine. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the landscape. He walked briskly, eager to return to his father and help him get better. As he passed through the fields and palm trees, Hamza carefully held the small pouch of herbs, making sure not to lose it. However, as he neared the outskirts of Baghdad, he suddenly tripped over a rock and fell to the ground. The pouch slipped from his hand and rolled into a nearby bush. Hamza quickly got up and searched frantically, but the pouch was nowhere to be found. His heart sank. How would he ever find the medicine in the growing darkness? Determined not to give up, Hamza decided to ask for help. He noticed a merchant setting up his stall for the evening market. The merchant was a man with a kind face, surrounded by various spices and colorful fabrics. Hamza greeted him respectfully. "What brings you here at this hour?" the merchant asked curiously. Hamza explained his situation, and the merchant listened attentively. I see, the merchant said thoughtfully. Losing the medicine is unfortunate. I suggest you retrace your steps carefully. Sometimes things can be found where you least expect them. Hamza thanked the merchant and decided to follow his advice. He retraced his steps, carefully looking around the bushes and the path he had taken. Despite his efforts, the pouch remained elusive. As the sky grew darker, Hamza felt a pang of worry. He knew he couldn't give up, so he continued his search. A short distance away, Hamza noticed a soldier standing guard near the city gates. The soldier, dressed in a shining armor and carrying a spear, looked vigilant and strong. Hamza approached him cautiously and greeted him. What can I do for you, young one? The soldier replied, his voice firm yet kind. Hamza explained his predicament once more. The soldier listened and nodded. It is important to help those in need, he said. I can offer you some advice. Sometimes asking for guidance from those who know the land well can be helpful. Why not seek advice from someone who travels these roads often? Hamza thanked the soldier for his suggestion. Feeling slightly more hopeful, he decided to head to the local mosque, where he knew he could find the imam. The mosque was a place of peace and wisdom, and Hamza felt comforted as he approached. Inside the mosque, the imam was sitting and reading the Quran. Hamza approached him quietly and waited until the imam looked up with a gentle smile. Hamza greeted him softly. Young Hamza, the imam replied. How can I help you? Hamza told the imam about his lost medicine and his father's illness. The imam listened carefully and then spoke kindly. Allah tests us in many ways, my son. Sometimes we must trust in his wisdom and seek guidance through patience and prayer. Have faith and keep searching with a sincere heart. Hamza felt a sense of peace wash over him. The imam's words gave him renewed hope and determination. He decided to say a small prayer, asking Allah for help in finding the lost medicine. As he left the mosque, Hamza felt a gentle breeze. He walked a few more steps, and then to his astonishment, he saw a cat drop off his pouch. It was the small pouch of herbs. Hamza's heart leapt with joy and gratitude. He picked up the pouch and thanked Allah. With the medicine in hand, Hamza began the final part of his journey back home, eager to help his father recover. Hamza hurried through the streets of Baghdad, clutching the small pouch of herbs tightly. The city was alive with the sounds of the evening market, and lanterns lit up the bustling alleys. His heart raced with a mix of relief and excitement as he neared his home. When Hamza finally reached his house, he burst through the door, panting but smiling. His mother looked up, her eyes wide with hope. "Mama, I found the medicine," Hamza exclaimed, holding up the pouch. His mother rushed over and embraced him tightly. "Praise be to God, Hamza, you did it. Now let's give this to your father." Together they went to Hamza's father's room. He was lying on the bed looking pale and exhausted. Hamza's mother carefully prepared the herbal remedy and gave it to his father. Slowly, color began to return to his cheeks, and he opened his eyes with a weak smile. "Thank you, my son," he whispered. "You have done a great thing today." Hamza felt a wave of pride and joy wash over him. He sat by his father's side, holding his hand, as his mother watched over them with a grateful heart. The next morning, Hamza's father was feeling much better. He sat up in bed looking stronger and more like his usual self. Hamza's mother prepared a hearty breakfast, and the family gathered together, thankful for the blessing of recovery. As they ate, Hamza's father turned to him and asked, "Hamza, tell us about your journey. How did you manage to find the medicine?" Hamza smiled, recalling the events of the previous day. "It was a long and difficult journey, Baba. I met many kind people who helped me. First, a wise merchant advised me to retrace my steps. Then, a soldier suggested seeking advice from those who know the land well. Finally, I met our imam, who reminded me to have faith and patience." His father listened intently, nodding in approval. You have shown great courage and determination, Hamza. I am proud of you." Hamza's mother added, "You have also learned an important lesson, my dear. Sometimes we need to seek wisdom and guidance from others and trust in Allah's plan." Hamza nodded, feeling a deep sense of understanding. "Yes, Mama, the Imam's words stayed with me." He said, "Allah tests us in many ways, but with faith and patience we can overcome any challenge." I remembered this when I was searching for the medicine, and it gave me hope. His parents smiled, proud of their son's maturity and wisdom. Hamza felt a warm glow in his heart, knowing he had done something truly meaningful. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more of our content, please subscribe to our channel and visit ohmydearchild.com.